Watch this video until the end. At the end, you'll get insider information, how to buy an apartment here and make $500,000. If a hotel and a private club had a child, it would be this house. But this isn't a hotel. It's your home with room service, a spa, and a silence so profound you could slice it up and sell it for Bitcoins. And all of this when choosing Bangkok as a place to live, I most often encounter two arguments against it. The first is transportation. Of course, Bangkok has wild traffic jams. The second is air quality and the environment. But if we're Kempinski residents, we solve both issues at once. First of all, the Kempinski residence is part of the multifunctional complex Sinchon Village. Sinchon Village has the Vela Gastro Space, which not only features restaurants, but absolutely everything you need to cover your basic needs. Hotel clinic, a car wash, a supermarket, a laundry, and an animal hospital. This is the coolest thing you could buy. Well guys, here we are at the Kempinski. Here in general, it's worth noting that all luxury apartments in Bangkok are sold unfurnished. As the developers themselves say, a furniture package is for the poor. Here, we're only about the high end. That's why all the apartments are sold without a furniture package, so that each one is different from the others. And believe me, we can make our apartment truly irresistible for renting out and, most importantly, for future resale. As soon as we enter, everything starts with the kitchen. The kitchen is done really well. I really don't like glossy cabinet fronts. And you know why? Glossy fronts show every single, fingerprint. We have to clean them constantly, especially for those who either don't like to or just don't pay attention. All the furniture is built in. Now let's try to find the refrigerator together. Ha! Look, I found it quickly. It's a double one. Voila. We have a double chamber refrigerator here. And of course, there must be some frost. Here, we have an island. It's also a really great feature because there's often not enough space and the island provides it. Awesome! Let's take a look. What do you think? Is there one of those metal composters here, the kind you put under the sink that disposes of all the food waste? That's a really clever idea. Well done. You can definitely install one. It's very popular, a real mega trend right now. So these are steel cabinets. Let's keep looking here. Here's this kind of cabinet system. We need to think about where we can put the dishwasher. As far as I know, the outlet could be right here. This cabinet can be replaced and a dishwasher can be installed here. Do we need it? We do, because I believe that a dishwasher is the guardian of family happiness. There's a full oven here, and what's this? And a microwave. Microwave oven. All of that is included and will be installed right away as soon as we buy this apartment. So when we come in, we have the kitchen dining area right here. Somewhere in this area, we will definitely put a dining table so we can have beautiful meals with a view of the Kempinski Hotel. And over here will be the living room area. So most likely, this is where we'll have the TV area with all sorts of shelves. And of course, our achievements on display. And along the opposite wall, let's take a look. Right about here is where our sectional sofa will start, so we can always sit, watch, and enjoy this gorgeous city view. This is exactly how mornings in Bangkok will begin, with this kind of view. Here we will definitely put up a hedge made of either real or artificial flowers to create our own cozy private space. Of course, and there will be a coffee table and some chairs so we can watch all the city hustle and bustle, but almost in complete silence. Because right below the balcony here, yes, our view is of the garden of this complex, the Kempinski Garden. We can also walk around there, yoga, squirrels. So what is the difference between an expensive condo and a cheap one? The glazing. Standard glazing in cheap condos is usually 8 millimeters of glass, which is 4 millimeters plus another 4 millimeters, with a layer of reflective film in between. In condos of this level, like Kempinski, and in other expensive ones we'll talk about today, they usually use 15 millimeter glass. It's specifically to prevent heat and ultraviolet rays from entering the apartment, so the apartment doesn't get hot. Well, it's beautiful. What a hotel, right? Beautiful women are sitting here swimming. Let's go, let's take a look at the bedrooms, and I'll tell you how we're going to sleep here. And here, of course, we have the master bedroom. Yes, this is where we, the grown-up men and women, will spend most of our time. Let's start, of course, with the walk-in closet. No wardrobes. Because where do we live? We live in an expensive apartment. There are no wardrobes in an expensive apartment. In an expensive apartment, there's only a walk-in closet. And in principle, like, it's big enough that you could also fit a vanity table with a mirror right here. Pay attention to the floor here. Here we have engineered wood flooring. If in the living room we have tile, since we spend more time there, here we don't. Here it's engineered wood flooring. The ceiling here has already been finished so that we can hide the curtain rods and hang beautiful blackout curtains, which are absolutely necessary because in Thailand you can't do without them. It gets light at 6 and that's it. We'll put a big bed right here. And when you wake up, coffee for me. Session remix. They don't open. Oh, wait. The windows do open. That's it. So we can immediately solve the issue of ventilation and getting fresh air. This is the master bedroom after all, which means there should be a master bathroom here. But everything here is already standard, classic and upscale. Marble, premium sanitary ware. Of course, cleaning services are available here. A one-time cleaning costs around 1,500 baht. You can order cleaning twice a week, and for the whole month it will cost 10,000 baht, or $300 per month, and you'll get several cleanings with bed linens changed. They might even help wash the windows. Of course, that's for an additional fee, but the basic cleaning, the regular maintenance, will cost around 1,000 to 1,500 baht, which is $30 to $50. In my opinion, for the owner Kempinski, this is, well, that's nothing. A huge shower room. Here, have you even seen this space? You could live here. So here we have the second room. And again, as soon as we enter, we immediately find ourselves in the walk-in closet area. All the wardrobes are built in. They're all deep, without any of those glossy or mirrored surfaces, just the way I like it. The less cleaning there is, the better. Life is for shusha. Here, well, in my case, I would of course set up a nursery because that's relevant for me. I need it. Elisabetta is already almost 1.5, actually almost 2 years old. And now, another very important area, which Thai developers most often simply skip over, is the entryway. Here, it's really well done in that there are lots of compartments, lots of cabinets. Go ahead, put out your boxes and shoes, display everything. But this is a serious drawback. All these panels are mirrored. And accordingly, these are the cabinets. We touch and open. First when we come home. So I would still replace these with something more wooden. So you still need to think about a design project here. And I would definitely change these doors. Why is that? Because every time you touch them, it means cleaning. Now we are actually in the heart of the apartment. This is the utility room, washer and dryer. By the way, these are already included in the price. Yes, you save 20,000 on one and the other. Hello? Hello? This is television. We've got a ghost with a motor in here. But actually, the most important question remains, how much will it cost to furnish an apartment in Kempinski so that you can just move in and start living? Right now at my agency, we're working on this question. And we're getting rough estimates from 1 to 2 million. I understand that's a big difference, but it depends on whether you want to keep the walls as they are. They're already painted. They're completely finished. So the apartment is actually fully ready. All that's left is to buy the furniture. So if you add it all up, the cost of the apartment together with the furniture will be about 39 to 40 million Nai dong. Right now, similar ones on the market are priced around 42 million baht. So by doing a little flipping, investing just a bit more in furniture than there is now, we can easily make 2 million baht. Think it over and buy with us. We are, well, right in the heart of the condominium itself, because all new developments, especially luxury ones in Thailand, what do they compete with each other on? Finishes, infrastructure, and locations. As for location, we already understand that it's top-notch because we're next to Lumpini Park and on Tonson Streets. We are on the 30th floor. Of course, there is a cool infinity pool here with sun only in the afternoon. So in the morning you can enjoy, so to speak, a safe tan. And there's also a co-working area located here. Now I'll share another little insider tip with you, which will be very clearly visible from the pool. This is both an advantage and a huge drawback. Behind me is the Pearl of Bangkok, Lumpini Park. The Sindhorn Kempinski residences and hotel are located 400 meters from this park. And we can see the two roads that surround this condo. One of them leads to Lumpini Park and the other takes you to Sukhumvit and all the shopping centers. But here lies the main risk of the Kempinski. Right under its windows there is a huge plot of land, and there are already plans for it. The BDMS group, which owns Bangkok Hospital, has announced that on this plot of land they will build their new wellness center along with a hotel, hospital and residences. Construction of the project will begin in 2026. Yes, this will create certain inconveniences for the residents of this condo, especially for those who bought apartments with a view of Lumpini. But BDMS has in principle taken this into account because they will have two horseshoe-shaped towers. One tower will be 47 stories high. The second tower will be 27 stories. And the main apartment views will not be blocked. But for 5 years, while construction is underway, people will have to put up with it. Insider information. Our task right now is to buy apartments that face away from the construction site, which we have already seen today. The 8th and 11th floors are the last apartments available from the developer. Right now, they have the best price. If we buy them right now, first of all, we capture all the rental demand from people who are already renting apartments in Kempinski with a park view. But they won't be happy with the construction. In that case, of course, please, move into our 8th floor. A view of Kempinski, birds singing, and no construction. Why is this area called the Billionaire's Mile? Let's start with the main star of this ensemble, One Bangkok. The complex is still being completed. It's almost like Moscow City in Bangkok if we draw a comparison. The price is 500,000 per square meter and hold. The next star is, of course, Dusit Central Park, a new multifunctional complex. Hotels, luxury residences, shopping centers. Everything as it should be, everything we love, expensive, luxurious. The third cluster, the developers haven't started construction yet, but it's already been announced from SC Residence and Central Park Residence by Ananda. And if you need more detailed information about these developments, write to me and I'll send you a presentation. A few facts. Ceilings, 3.2 meters, floor to ceiling, windows, hotel level service, but just for you. Prices start from 35 million baht. Apartments range from 120 to 500 square meters. Here live top managers, consuls, the business elite, and people with no debt but very high personal income tax. An apartment here isn't just about having a place to live, it's about needing somewhere to ground yourself after Basel. But with morning sunlight and a shirt ironing manager. Tonson isn't just a street, it's part of Sindhorn village, a district envisioned as a city within a park. No crowds, no advertisements, just wellness, aromatherapy, an organic market, and a tea house where your oolong costs as much as a taxi to Pattaya. So the key spots. Karma Kamath Wellness, a quiet spa with the scent of lavender and the meaning of life. Paitati House, a tea ceremony under the trees in the center of a cozy mansion. Bed Town, a boutique hotel and lounges. Mr. Vegan gastronomy. Even meat eaters leave full and amazed. You won't see a 7-Eleven here. You'll see someone drinking an $18 matcha to go, and you'll believe they're right. But Long Swan is a different energy. Long, active, urban, and here at 2, there are local legends. 98, Wireless, a luxury gem from Sansiri with a Bentley lounge. Scoop Lang Swan, modern minimalism and expensive tranquility. Cafe Kitsune, trendy coffee with the vibe of Paris and Tokyo. Bella Lang Swan, boutiques, Japanese ceramics and restaurants. Giglio Trattoria, the best Tuscan menu in the city center. The name Lang Swan means behind the garden because the street used to be part of the royal gardens. There's no street food here, only street orchids. And that's literally true. It's like a boutique version of Bangkok. Everything is quiet, green, expensive, and feels almost private. And yes, Lumpini Park is just a step away. It's like Central Park, only with monitor lizards instead of squirrels and sunrise yoga. First of all, it's perfect for a morning run. Secondly, kids, dogs, meditation, all the things that can bring us peace of mind. The main insight, people here actually live, not just put on a show. Here, it's not customary to show off. It's customary to live well and quietly. And so you just sit in the park, in your building's courtyard. To your right is the Kempinski. To your left are shops and restaurants. And in the distance, Millie, you hear the buzz of Bangkok. And you just say, wait, today I have luxury silence from the Kempinski. And if you also want to catch this same vibe and zen in this location, then maybe it's the Kempinski winking at you. If you already live in this area, give a like, because you love the same cool, comfortable life as I do.